the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Punt is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
They'll run the option. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes a connection.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Gibson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Price. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Gibson. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Now, 4th down.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Harden. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Jennings. Lets it fly. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And
man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the Mustangs will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for room. It's Welch. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Salter. Now adjusting. Got it behind the line. It's Welch. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 47.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
3rd and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the 1st down.
The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
And the Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Colorado 3, SMU 0.
First play of the period will be a second down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Jennings. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Calls his own number. And the ball slipped out. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They knocked him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. And off from the shotgun. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. Lots of running room. Turning on the Jets. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move, it's Welch. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Price. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I love the play call there on 4th and short, because even if you don't get it, the opponent now has to march the entire length of the field. But because you did, you've now got a fresh set, and offensively, you've got to pay this off now. You've got to score a touchdown.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Smashes through, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Quarterback now breaking the field. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nice job by the quarterback. Evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion. Next play.
That's caught. It's Maryland. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must-score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Caught in the backfield, it's Brinson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Price. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Direct snap, it's Price. Plows through the defense. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Looking to throw. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry?
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Looking to throw, it's Salter. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
That's going to wrap it up here in the 1st half. Stay tuned. 2nd half not too far away. And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Colorado.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Trying to keep this drive alive. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Second down coming up.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Dropping back, it's Salter. Fires to the wideout. Balls it in. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Buffaloes are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Going to swing it on second down. Right down the middle. That pass is incomplete. And the Buffaloes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Kick bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's hard. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Harden. Quick step and go. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Barry goes breaking the pocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And the kicker delivers to 3 to salvage that drive. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators. David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
To the air, it's Salter. Snagged in the middle, it's Atkins. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Brinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Mustangs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes! Turning it on! The 30! Running inside the 20! You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Price. Fights off a defender. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Colorado.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got it in the middle, it's Smalls. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 40. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Once he got some room, it was over.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Here we go. Do the show.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. Push down for the tackle.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Open spaces. Touchdown, Mustangs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That's a right ball. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Looking downfield, it's Salter. He'll take a shot. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
It's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
With the catch, it's Knight. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Lets it fly. Nobody around as he makes the catch. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Here comes the heat. Got it in stride inside the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And it's caught for the late touchdown, so how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Welsh. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Price. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Salter. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, gotta have it here. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. With it pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He'll throw on third down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
I love players that step up in big situations, big moments, big games like that. Late in this game on third down and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
He wants it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time until they snap the ball.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Brings up third down.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Judicial's long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators or defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's loose. 10. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Touchdown.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Judicial's offense will take the field for the first time. Power football with the run. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And winning first down is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Judicials come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying to set up the screen. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw again. Dances away to buy time. He's got it.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Snagged in the end zone. Velcro on the hands, and it's a touchdown.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
That's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. On the run, it's O'Neal. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Judicials line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The snap sets up to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it'll be a touchdown.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that bad one. The Judicials send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And that's a live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Gets the back moving. Now on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The option look. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Judicials are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile.
Trick 9, B. Ready up.
Looking to throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
One final play before the end of the quarter.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he's got a touchdown.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Run it with the fullback. Second and long. Goes to the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snags it over the middle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And the offense will take over.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line.
Trick 9, B.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. It's a seam wide open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to.
He'll take a deep shot here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Get set, get set.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Oh, they're after him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into their happy place for a touchdown. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner. Not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early, hand often. The dude can run so well and make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game?
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffaloes offense will get the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Salter. Working the middle, it's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Close to the marker, it's Smalls. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Now the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Claiborne. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to back him.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Finds his man. It's Weeks. Oh, a lot of space. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. He might have gotten way too greedy there. Held it too long and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Dropping back, it's Salter. He's got him.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Buffaloes are in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Hunt is in the air. A fair catch. Called for, it'll give them great field position. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the whole team.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Motion from the back. To the air on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He took a hit. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Steps away to find some room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab, it's Weeks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Timeout called here by the defense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to throw deep right side. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Trying to take it back. The tag. Touchdown, Bucks. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing